Welcome to the Season 5, Week 5 recap of the Friend League. And here's your host, Sam Lee. Thank you. Jersey of the week? No, they're Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs. Got this one for sale too. Your boy was kind of wheeling and dealing with some of the jersey sales. So really, it's just this one and my Myles Garrett one. So the other ones that I will rock in future episodes didn't really have good deals on. I just kind of got them at full price or I got them as a gift. So I'm still on the lookout for some good jersey deals. So I think I realized I got this one for a good deal. Because he's number 0 now. He's in number 26. But we'll take it. We'll take it. This is a nice throwback jersey too. So, So yeah, it's pretty sweet. Welcome to the Season 5, Week 5 recap episode. The only Season 5, Week 5 recap episode ever. There will never be a Season 5. And there will never be a Week 5 after this. So, let's enjoy it, shall we? Only 6 teams really got to enjoy it. 6 teams did not. 6 teams won. 6 teams lost. Which side were you on? You guys already know. You guys check your app. But I'm going to break it down a little bit. Some little tidbits that maybe weren't seen. You know? Get the whole picture. In the first time, I actually meant to fact check this, and I forgot. So, oops. The first time in the Fam League Friend League history, a 12 seed, a 12 ranked team has beaten a 1 ranked team. Congratulations. Round of applause, everyone. I want you to stop what you're doing. Good round of applause to Trey Hill. He finally gets a win. The last team in our league to get a win. Hey, you know, a better start than last year. I think he started off like 0-8 or 0-7 last year. So at least he got his win a little bit earlier this year. So, but Trey, I do want to tell you something. There was a team 2 years ago, started 0-4, ended up being the top scoring team in the league. So we'll put that out there. They started off 0-4. They went to 2-4. They won a big game winning streak, made a lot of trades. Unfortunately, they lost in the first round. But it's possible. It's possible. You keep that tunnel vision, man. Start a win streak. You can do it. He wins. I'm telling you, this is the best start. Best start of the league's history. He wins 131.78 to 129.78. This is the first time, I think, where the matchup was like within 5 points, where the decimals are the exact same. Like I did a triple take. I was like, what? They both ended at 0.78? That is crazy. What are the odds of that, you know? But yes, the 12 seed team beats the 1 seed team. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, and this is a short memory because I just finally put out week 4's recap, that Molly, half of her team was on a bye. So she like really had to like try to, you know, pick some gems, you know, from, the free agency there. Didn't really go so well as she had hoped there, her replacement team. So, it was like the perfect storm of a matchup. So, literally perfect storm of a matchup because I said in that episode, I said he's going to need Bill Kroski to have a big game. And what does he do? 27 points. Huge breakout game for him. People that invested in him were looking for him to have a big breakout game. And this is the game. It looks like he's the guy for the backfield for the Redskins. So 27 points, huge game. He was only projected 7 points going into the matchup. Chargers have respectable defense too. So that's huge for him. Helps him with his running back depth. His punter, 15.5 points. Like, you just know it's going your way. If your punter scoring like 15.5, I mean, it just seems like you're going to win, you know? Jordan Addison, man, let me tell you, hurt him last week by going down at the 1 yard line, not scoring the touchdown. What does he do to redeem himself this week? Touchdown with like 30 seconds left. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely just needed that. Needed that redemption. Dalton Schultz, respectable 11 points. He decided to start Indiana Jones over Baker Mayfield, which is very, questionable there, but he felt good, better about the matchup, which, on paper, better matchup. Daniel Jones going against Las Vegas. Baker Mayfield going against the Seahawks defense that was ranked number 1 in fantasy going into this. But Baker continued to bake, looking like the MVP of the season ended now. Congratulations to Steak and Bake, man. He is no longer shook and cooked. He's back to Steak and Bake. So, as for the summer I thought I was Purdy, well, it's fall now. And, Purdy has been out too. So, I don't know. I mean, the name's great. The name's great. But it's no longer summer anymore. So, you're going to start a new season with a loss. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, the buys and the hurting her. Perfect storm of a matchup. Her replacements only combined for 23.3 points. One of them got hurt too, Darius Slayton. He got hurt in that game. Woody Marks. Bro, Woody Marks had 27.9 against the Titans, which, yeah, I know it's the Titans. But, he just, it looked like he was, that guy in the backfield until Joe Mixon gets back. And then against the Ravens, the worst defense in the league, he was supposed to just have another big game. Bro barely touches the ball. Nick Chubb gets it? Are you kidding me, man? I'm as pissed off as you, Molly, because I had Woody Marks in a couple leagues. I wasted a start on him. And, 2.4? Get out of here, man. I was just, come on, man. So, don't know what his outlook's going to look like now. Jonathan Taylor just continues to roll for Molly. 31 points. Dak Prescott, 28 points. He's a number 5 ranked fantasy quarterback. It did come down to Monday Night Football. Chiefs and Jaguars. Molly had the punter for the Jaguars. Only 6.5 points. If you maybe put another one inside the 20 or inside the 10, probably boosted to a victory, but unfortunately not the case. We're going to move on to the matchup of the week.
Matchup of the week.
And that was deemed between Bonnie Blue 42 and the Scranton Stranglers. And another matchup within 10 points. We've had so many of these this year. Here's another one. It's like we're getting at least 2 a week. Bonnie Blue 42 secures the victory 139.02 to 129.32. Before Sunday Night Football, it was 112.3 to 92.6. Sunday Night Football, if you remember, was the Patriots and the Bills. Patriots pulled the upset. The Scranton Stranglers started Drake May. And also started Stephon Diggs, who looked like the old Stephon Diggs there. Drake May had an okay game, 12 points, kind of not good for a quarterback. But Stephon Diggs carried the weight there, 24 points. So, going into Monday Night Football, Scranton Stranglers ended with 129.32, which, score there. So, Bryce still had 112.3. He needed at least 17.2 points from old Patty Mahomes, who has been one of the best fantasy quarterbacks all year. Could he get over 17.2 points against the Jaguars defense, who has surprisingly been one of the better defenses in all football this year? And I already told you he won. So yes, he did. Old Patty had 26.72 points. The leading rusher for the Chiefs. Huh? Another good thing for Bryce. Emeka Egbuka, man. I freaking love this guy. it's really funny because I think I said in the past episode, Bryce drafted him, and I'm like, okay, yeah, but he doesn't know about Jalen McMillan, who had a really hot ending to the season. Well, I gotta type him up in my queue, and I see that he's out for he's on IR. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me, man. I already knew Chris Godwin was gonna be out. I was like, man, him picking Egbuka, man, that was a good ass pick. So, I was our draft was the first draft that I did out of my 7 or 8 leagues I'm in. I know it's crazy, but it's fun. So after then, I tried to get Egbuka in all my drafts, and honestly, I have Egbuka in I'd say at least half my leagues. So, it sucks to not have him in this league because he's just been balling out. And I like this league more than my other leagues, you know. So yeah, Egbuka, man, huge fan of him, and he's doing great things on and off the field. He had a lot of good production from Cam Scatavo, Breece Hall, and Nico Collins. They had very solid performances as well, helped them to get to 139. As for Scranton Stranglers, Christian McCaffrey, big Thursday night game. He was pretty much their only guy. And a lot of people were kind of thinking he was going to have a big game, which, was obvious because, they had without a lot of people. But 27 points, that's about what we were thinking, He did have 70 points on the bench, so maybe could have adjusted his lineup just a little bit, could have edged him out, for the win. But both these teams are now 2-3. So a lot of 2 and 3 teams. We'll get to that later. I call this matchup the Sunday Night Sweater. Allen's watching Sins against Mike Rowe Balls. Game down to Sunday night. Of course. That's why it's Sunday Night Sweater. Allen's watching Sins. Allen's watching wins. Even though the Bills lost. But Jay didn't. He wins 112.22 to 103.64. Another matchup decided by 10 points. Before Sunday Night Football, it was 97.04 to 76 in favor of Micro Balls. It was Hunter Henry for Ryan and Josh Allen and Dalton Kincaid for Jay. So it was kind of looking like Jay would probably come back and win, but it was close. It was close. Josh Allen didn't really have the best game, 19 points, but Dalton Kincaid had a huge game. And Hunter Henry's been having big games, but unfortunately he underperformed here, only 6.6 points. So that weight, the seesaw there definitely helped Jay capture the dub. It was kind of tough. Speaking of dubs, Chuba Hubbard was out, so he needed a replacement running back. Don't really have a big depth of running backs. Jay doesn't. So he had to start Kendre Miller, who has been getting a lot of looks for the Saints. Him and Kamara are kind of neck and neck with carries per game. So, but he only had 5.9 points, so it didn't really help him enough. But that 5.9 could have been 0. I mean, he sold 1, but it helped him out a little bit. But it was kind of tough to replace Chuba, And then Puka Nacua. This is just a weekly Puka Nacua praise. He's averaging 26 points per game. I mean, this is just a ridiculous run and start he's on. He's a guy that could carry on to the whole season as long as him and Stafford stay healthy. So, as for Mike Rowe Balls, Tua Tagovailoa, 22 points, actually led his team in scoring. He only had 4 people that had 10 or more points. Fortunately, Rashid Shaheed, one of the cooler names in the NFL because his name rhymes, 21 points on the bench. So, not good. Not good. Next, we're going to go to Little Miss Sally Walker against Bottles of Chardonnay. And Little Miss Sally Walker's been doing a lot of walking. A lot of walking, stampeding over her opponents. She walked all over me. She wins 125 to 106. Battle of the Seattle running backs. Kenneth Walker, so your team name is after. Zach Charbonnet, my team's after. And Charbonnet actually outscored Kenneth Walker third. Charbonnet's on my bench though, so wah, wah, wah. He only had 11 points, then Kenneth Walker only 9. So I mean, really not that big of outscoring, but you know, Charbonnet found the end zone. So, continue on with little Miss Sally Walker. Rachaad White, man, she had him. Bucky Irving out. Rachaad White's first game back as like their RB1 starter, and he did not disappoint. Didn't skip a beat. 23 points. Led her whole team in scoring. Jed Jetta has been killing it overseas. His second 100-yard receiving game overseas helped her out a lot of points. The Colts defense has been coming crucial. I think the Colts defense might be like the X factor of her team. They haven't shined every week, but the weeks they have shined, it's been like they're getting like 16 points, and that's how much they got here. She decided to go with Kyler Murray as her starting quarterback. However, she also has Justin Fields, who outperformed Kyler Murray by about 10 points, so she could have added on to her point total a little bit, but Kyler Murray, he did not. As for bottles of Charbonnet, freaking King Henry, man, he's having a tough time. You know, I was figuring, okay, Texas do have a very good defense, so wasn't really looking forward to it going into it, but no Lamar Jackson, they have no choice but to rely on Derrick Henry. So I'm like, all right, you know, at least find the end zone, maybe like 80 yards. Well, he found the end zone, but I think he only got like 40 or something like that. He just another poor game. Like ever since that big breakout Bills game, he hadn't gotten over 50 yards, I don't think. He had like 169 rush yards that game, so I don't know what's going on with him, but just a little tidbit. After they have like the Rams, and then I think they have a bye, but then after the bye, the stretch of games, it looks pretty promising. They'll come back. They're facing some pretty weak defenses, so that's what I'm hoping. I need him to pull through for me. I can't really wait around too long. You know, I'm 2-3 now, so you know, big piece of my team. I need to pick it up. So, Mason Taylor. Speaking of pickups, round of applause for your boy. 17 points. New TE1? Huh? Maybe. I won't get too excited, you know. So, Rams defense freaking -2 points. 49ers. That was one of the best games of the year. 49ers and Rams. 49ers playing with like a replacement team, basically. You know, backup QB. Really, McCaffrey's like the only true offensive starter that was on the team, that was starting that night and that was healthy. And they somehow like beat the Rams. The Rams, very, very good team. So round of applause for 49ers. -2 points for my defense, man. I thought Rams defense was gonna at least get like 10 or 15. I had freaking Sam Darnold on the bench, 27 points. And then Devontae Smith, 19 points. So if I would have started both those guys over Hurts and then over one of my wide receivers, probably would have won. So, you know, oh well. On the next week. Let me tell you, with this next matchup, TDs, we're seeing.
Cooked. Quit taunting me.
To be exact, TDs. He wins 137 to 122 over on the hunt to victory. Both these teams 2-3. Like half the league is 2-3, so we got a nice little 2-3 gang, you know? 2-3 gang. For TDs, his running backs continue to put the team on the back and carry them. That's what they do. Kyrie Williams, 31 points on Thursday. Javonte Williams, man, what a resurgence Javonte Williams is having, man. I know it's early to say, but like, if he stays healthy, big if, he could have this performance like the whole year. You know, I think he might slow down toward the end of the year, but this is the Javonte Williams that people were expecting him, you know, fresh out of Carolina, you know? So he's found his niche, you know, he's found his, you know, resurgence. So it's great to see, you know. We got to support the 252 guys. Man, this guy, man. I don't have Omarion Hampton in any of my teams, but he's like the one player who like I like love just because he's been like so great. Who's not in my teams. hits the IR. It seems like Josh's team, the injury bug has just latched onto his team. Omarion Hampton out, CeeDee Lamb out. He had someone else that got hurt too, but I can't remember who it was. I didn't write it down. But the injury bug has latched on to Josh. That's so freaking tough, man. Oh. It was actually this matchup actually came down to Monday Night Football. Kelsey was kind of hoping that she would be better than her counterpart Kelsey, Travis Kelsey, but she was not. Travis Kelsey had like 19.9 points, so not a quiet game for him. He shined on primetime TV. As for her, man, Jamar Chase made this matchup close. He wasn't doing anything the first half. I think he got all of his 29 fantasy points all in the second half. Had a couple deep touchdowns. I think one was like a 30-yard, and the other was like a 70-some yards. So if he hadn't had that in the second half, almost not quite garbage time TDs, but yeah, he saved the matchup there. David Montgomery 18 points. The Jay Jones has 17 points to his return, but yeah, Jamarvelous. Yeah. If it wasn't for him having a big second half, this matchup would have been way over. So he made it close. Last but not least, the team who's on the back of my jersey, never gonna Gibbs you up. He's never gonna Gibbs out dubs in any of these teams. He's only Gibbsing out L's for a 5th straight week. This is round 5 of Gibbsing out L's. 5-0. Let's see a round of applause around. 5-0. This is the best start to any team in this league's history. Prior to last year, Ryan started out 5-0. But so he is tied for the best start in this league's history. It'll be really exciting to see if he can make it 6-0. Be the best start ever, and this is the 5th year of the league. So round of applause to Randy, man. Started off 0-4 last year, so this is just an incredible run he's on. He went 171 to 117. Absolutely just crushed Jesse, unfortunately. Jesse off of, big high for, his first win last week. Unfortunately got put back down to earth. Only scored 117 and facing the best team in the league. We're never going to Gibbs you up. He had 7 players with 15 or more points. He had 5 players with 19 or more points. His team is just absolutely stacked. Stafford, Deebo Samuel, Garrett Wilson, Jake Ferguson, man, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, all 19 points or more. Jackson Smith and Jigba led with 27 of those points came from him. Led his team. As good as his starters were, imagine if he started Rico Dowdle, man. I should have worn something Panthers for him. Huge win against the Dolphins. Nice comeback win for the boys. Rico Dowdle, 206 rushing yards. That is... we all knew, Rico Dowdle had a pretty nice year last year for the Cowboys. But, man, 206 yards. That tied a franchise high for the Panthers. His first game started with the Panthers. He's a Carolina boy, too. He's from North Carolina. So, we like the 252 guys. We also, of course, we like North Carolina boys, too. So, he's back in his home state. So, that actually, that definitely adds a nice boost to his game. Chuba is already out for this week too, so I hope he's starting Rico Dowdle. If not, I think someone should try to trade for him. Value's very high, facing the Cowboys defense that is not good. I'm just saying. I don't know. I hope there's not another Woody Mark situation, but anyway, for take off your Gene Tees, CJ Stroud, a nice resurgence. The Ravens don't have the best defense, but 28 points for Stroud. He's kind of looking like rookie season Stroud. Him and Nico Collins starting to connect, and he found a lot of his other receivers. So this could be a nice resurgence for the Texans offense. They desperately need. David Njoku, welcome to fantasy football. 18-point season high. Unfortunately for him, big dagger to this outcome. James Cook only 4.9 points. He's probably been the leader of their team. So pretty tough. You can't even get 5 points there. And then 5 points on the negative side. Seattle's defense, negative 5 points. So two big underperformances there for Jesse, and it cost him. The waiver wire is usually always pretty popular, but the wire was popping. That was a hot wire on Wednesday. There was 4 claims on tight end Jake Tongas of the San Francisco 49ers. Kittle's still out. Tongas has had 2 big weeks past 2 weeks, so Mac Jones seems to like their TE1. And Jay, congratulations, got him. 4 claims were made on him. So the Jags defense, the number 1 fantasy defense. That's crazy. 2 people trying to claim him. Congratulations, Jesse got him. Calvin Ridley was surprisingly dropped. I put a claim on him. I got him last week, but then Saturday night I was looking at my team. I'm like, I really don't want to start Mark Andrews without Lamar Jackson against the Texans defense. So I was like, I feel pretty good about this Mason Taylor guy. And I was like, well, who do I drop? I'm like, well, I guess I'll just drop Calvin Ridley. Well, kind of a mistake by me, perhaps. I mean, he had 18 points, Mason Taylor had 17, but tight end's kind of a harder position to, fill. So I'm okay with dropping Ridley, even though he had a big game. Like he might be like that veteran that can help that rookie quarterback and Cam Ward that times are kind of hoping to have. So nice pickup for Bryce there. Some wide receiver depth. There's a couple other guys that, got claimed. AJ Barner for the Seahawks is really good. Tight end, Trey got him. The Patriots defense has a nice stretch of games. They play the Saints. I think they play some other teams that are not really good offensively. So I feel like the Patriots defense, they just shut down the Bills. They can for sure shut down these next couple teams they're playing. So Molly picked them up. I tried to get them. Molly got them for me. I hope this is a nice pickup for me. Hassan Haskins. I'm kind of hoping he'll be the replacement for Marion Hampton. It's either going to be him or Kiami Vidal or Kamani Vidal. So I hope I picked the right one. There's 3 people trying to get Haskins. Only 2 people tried to get Vidal. I was one of them. Molly got that other one, so Molly might have beat me in the defense and the running back. So we'll see. And then Kareem Hunt, I had him too. Dropped him. Scores 2 touchdowns on Monday Night Football. Of course. Congratulations, Jay. I'm just trying to make you guys better, Trying to make Bryce better, give him Ridley. Jay, I'm trying to make you better, give me Kareem Hunt. So, I'm just looking out for you guys. What can I say? It's going to be really funny when Calvin Ridley scores another 18 this week for Bryce because Bryce is facing me. So, it's probably what's going to happen. It's just, that's how fantasy football works, First, we'll talk about our bye teams. Not really too impactful. Justin Jefferson, really the only guy. Nico Collins. The Texans and the Vikings both have byes. So, only 2 teams this week. I guess I'll throw up the standings somewhere too before we get into the matchups. Like I said, there's almost half the league is 2 and 3. So it's actually pretty crazy because of the 5 teams that are 2 and 3, 4 of them will actually be facing off against each other. So that's really cool. You'll have 2 teams go to 2 and 4. You have 2 teams go to 3 and 3. So that'll be a nice pacing there. So there's 3 teams that are 4-1, and 2 of the 3 4-1 teams will face off too. So that's pretty cool. We're kind of have a stacked standings, but now there's gonna be some separation with these matchups this week. See, the scheduler, man, me doing the schedule, all these close matchups, and then just how it's what can I say? ESPN, they ain't got shit on me, man. They ain't got shit on me. I'm gonna do this every year. I'm gonna make a schedule every year, man. It's just fun, And a little sidebar note here too before I get into the preview for week 6. I forgot to make a bet again, but that's okay. I might throw it at the end here because it'll take me a while to edit the video. And I'm using a new video editing too. So, but real quick sidebar here. I texted you guys about the Pigskin Pick'em. So, you know, you're picking the matchups every week. Well, guess who's in first? Randy. Randy's in first in Fantasy Football. He's in first in the Pigskin Pick'ems. This dude, Randy, he just knows ball. This dude just knows ball, okay? Like, you guys might think you know ball. Y'all ain't got shit on Randy, man. Come on now. You guys ain't got nothing on Randy. But I will say Jesse, he's second. Randy is 51-26 for the season at 510 points. And then Jesse is 48-29, so not too far behind him. And he has 480 points. So, and there was some team that didn't do it this whole time. And they went freaking 14-2 last week. So I don't know who that is because their screen name's like ESPN. It's like a bunch of numbers in the end. So whoever you are, Real Slim Shady, please stand up for us. I'd like to, congratulate you on a almost perfect week there. All right, let's go to the Week 6 matchups. We'll start off with team number 1, Mr. Gibbs. And he told me he has some more L's in the bag to give out. So CDs, TDs, you might be seeing some L's. I'm just saying, man, you might need to see if you got another dub in the bag. Maybe defend yourself with it. We'll see. I forgot to write the lines on here too. I wrote the lines for someone, but not everyone had their matchups when I did my research. So, yeah, 5-0 versus 2-3. So this would be a huge win for Josh. To kind of stay, with that 2-2 or 2-3 crowd. Maybe you can move 3 with those two other teams that will. Here comes the matchup of the week. The number 2 ranked team is facing number 3 ranked team. Now I told you guys, two of the 3-4-1 teams are facing off against each other. Here are the two that are facing off against each other. The Samurai Turn Purdy and Allen's Watching Sins. This is going to be a wonderful matchup. I expect it to be a shootout. Molly has her guys back. Okay, no replacement people. Allen's versus Sins. No Chuba Hubbard this week, so maybe he finds a better answer this week. So this will be a great shootout matchup. Got to be matchup of the week. This is probably the next team that will be decided within 10 points. We're going to move on to our last 4-1 team. That's the number 4 ranked team, Little Miss Sally Walker against Red Hot Sake and Bake. Sake and Bake is ready to do some more baking. He's only not favored by 4.4 points. So another close differential there for him. So it fared out for him well last week. So next we're going to, here come our 2 and 3s face off against each other. Scranton Stranglers at 2 and 3 facing On the Hunt to Victory at 2 and 3. So that'll be a nice matchup there. On the Hunt to Victory, she has a lot of Qs in her lineup. So Scranton Stranglers, just saying, I don't want to jinx anything, but it's looking a little promising for you. So next we'll go to the 6 and 8 team facing off against each other. The other 2 and 3 matchups. Bonnie Blue 42 against Bottles of Charbonnet. Bonnie Blue 42 is favored by 6.4 points. Looks close there. Thursday Night Football, we'll get to that next episode. So didn't really fare too well for your boy. Fared very well for Bonnie Blue 42. He might as well change that to Big Giant Blue. Cam Scatabo is the heart and soul of my team. Times 3. But last but not least, we're going to go to the battle for last. The 11th ranked team against the 12th ranked team. Both 1 and 4. Someone's going to set some separation there. Someone's going to be 1 and 5, unfortunately. The other is going to be 2 and 4. If Trey wins, then one of these two teams is just going to be left all alone in last place. So sorry to whoever that's going to be. Take Off Your GTs is favored by 6.5 points. Last I checked, I think Ryan needs to go get a defense or something. I think there was someone that was on a buy for him, so I put Lastrick on there. So yeah, we have a very exciting Week 6 coming ahead of us. Maybe I will get this uploaded before the games kick off Sunday morning. Jets and Broncos play Sunday morning, and then the rest of the slate will be, 1, 4, 25, and then the night games. So 2 Monday Night Football games as well. So I don't know why they're doing it kind of this late in the season. There's a couple more Mondays where there's 2 games too, so be on the lookout for that. So, all right, guys. Well, we're at 35 minutes. Well done. Not really. Steak is very rare or very overcooked. Actually, this would be very overcooked. So, but sometimes you gotta chew through it. You gotta chew through it. Go get some wins this weekend.